Aquarius feels left out in the cold. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know if they're coming or going. They're afraid. They're struggling. They're not afraid. I don't feel like the word afraid. And they're not struggling, but they're definitely processing. That's what I should say. Okay? They're processing, and that's okay. Right? They're learning how to let go. They're learning to just lay it to rest. Like, hey, put down the baggage. Put down the baggage. Okay? You've been turned away. You've been left out in the cold. Oh well. Like, I don't want to be insensitive, but like, oh well, right? Because it's like, if we can keep focusing on, you know, the rejection, then that's all we're going to experience. Oh, hold on. On the top. So here we go. This is about change. This is about turning the wheel in a new direction. You know, stop with the defensiveness, because it's like the Nine of Wands. This is more than defensiveness. This is like, I want to look it up after, because there's a few different cards that have similar meanings, but I'd like to check out that card. Okay, so there was a relationship. They were involved in a relationship with someone, and they have a lot of they had a strong connection. And so recently this relationship has ended. They've learned the lessons. This was about karma. This was about taking responsibility for the choices that you make, you know. So what's happened with the previous relationship, it was codependent. Their person wasn't balanced. They were an unbalanced divine feminine. Okay? And so that's what created this toxic environment, this dysfunction. They're not just the feminine, but the masculine. Both the feminine and masculine were unbalanced. So that's what the lesson was that was what the relationship was about. It was about learning the lessons. Okay, here. So now it's like, okay, what's happened has happened. It's in the past. Stop focusing on the loss. Stop beating yourself up. You know, wishing it was different. Wishing it had gone a different way. You can't change what's happened. Accept it. Move on. You know, walk forward. Just keep walking forward. It's like you just still don't want to give it up. It's not just them. Like they're still having, they're more let go than you are. They're the ones who are actually accepting that this relationship has ended, but the Aquarius still isn't accepting it. I think they're just still trying to prove that, you know, maybe it's their ego. Maybe they felt like they were weakened, you know, by this relationship. And, you know, the dynamic could have been like that with their feminine. Because the feminine, when they're unbalanced, they're vicious. Just saying, like, they are vicious. They will go to great lengths to make it known. You know, to make their opinions, their emotions validated. They will go through to great lengths. Okay, so also the Aquarius needs to start working on their self-worth. Okay, right? And then there also, some Aquariuses have an addiction to relationships, right? So it's just like they keep getting into a relationship, into another relationship, into another relationship. And they're attracting relationships that are just repeating the exact same. It's just the complete exact dynamic. It hasn't changed. And so that's here, right? It's like not willing to let it go, like keep holding that baggage. And then it's like you just keep going at it. And then it's like you just keep having this same response. And then you just get into another relationship. And it's just like the cycle keeps repeating itself. It just keeps repeating itself. It will keep repeating itself until you've learned the lesson. Karma cleared, lesson learned. You were rejected, or you rejected someone. It happened for a reason. Don't take it personally. That is your ego talking. This is about strengthening yourself. You know, the strengthening of oneself. And like heightened vitality. You know, heightening your vitality. Strengthening. Grounding. So this is an end of one phase. One complete phase. It's just a matter of making the decision to move forward, to leave it in the past, to accept and be guided. You know, be guided, although it is dark, you are not alone.